And we're back with year 4 of the award-winning podcast here. I am live from my mom's guest room in scenic Robinson, PA. It's great to be back here. It's been a hectic 2 weeks, to say the least here. Fresh off the bachelor party, I had the time of my life. I feel like a lot of the guys in the league can say they had a very good time as well. Got really sick, lost 12 pounds trying to pack on the weight here. So take the good with the bad here, but nonetheless, it's good to get another season on the road here. We're sponsored by Essential Water. It's Rich People Water. I think it's like $4 for like this liter. I don't care. I have a lot of money. So, that being said, we have a special guest coming up here. We got Jimbo, the rookie, making his award-winning podcast debut. Let's jump into it here. I'm going to start with some of the scores here. Screw it, I'll just do them all. And we'll roll with that. We'll go from there here. Go to week 1. I've not looked at this at all. The only thing I checked was who the highest point getter was, and it was yours truly. And I don't think I've won that in 2 years. So I am $25 richer. Ben wipes his ass with $25, so would not affect him. Doesn't really affect me because I got a lot of money. But it's better than me giving $25 to one of you guys, so I'll take it. We'll look at my matchup here. Since I won, I beat everyone's favorite rival, Jared, by a score of 147.9 to 121.5. Just won a Lululemon shirt. It's Rich People Clothes on eBay, so that's cool. I'll take it. Back to fantasy football talk. I have Kamara, and pretty much anyone who have had Kamara in any fantasy football league, they had themselves a nice week. That's pretty much the entire reason why I won. He put up 43.1 points. Aaron Rodgers, who I am having a tough time believing how hurt he actually was on Sunday night, had a nice second half for me. Gronk was Gronk with 23.3. Whereas Jared had a pretty good performance from Adrian Peterson. I'm having a tough read on this guy. I don't know if Adrian Peterson's back. I'm going to say no. He may be a one-hit wonder. He's probably going to be in a lot of trade requests here coming up. So get ready to potentially have Adrian Peterson on your team here soon. I'm going to say, because I'll be honest, I've not gotten any trade requests from Jared. I can't speak for anyone else here. He claims that he's going to be quiet with the trades. I don't believe it for 1 second. Him being 0-1, I'm having a tough time believing that no one here has received a trade request. So, congrats to myself for putting up the most points, as I improved to 1-0, and Jared is 0-1. Go to the next matchup here. We got the cousins. We got Trevor and Jeff, and they beat the champ. They beat the champ Carmen Fortunato by a score of 132.5 to 98.6. Pretty much what went wrong with Carmen is he had the New Orleans Saints D, who put up a dismal -9. And you know what? Sometimes you'll get those defenses that, they'll give you like negative points here and there, but -9, that's pretty brutal. That's one of the worst defensive scores I think I've ever seen. Fitzpatrick lit him up, whereas the Cousins literally got 17 points from Baltimore defense. It could have been any more polar opposite with a good defensive performance versus opposite. So a little 26-point swing right there. Definitely made a little bit of a difference here between the two. Cousins got a nice performance from Drew Brees, and Mixon did pretty good, as well as Gurley. They're a little sneaky. They're putting Gurley in their flex instead of the running back, so no one really realizes he has him. Yeah, pretty much Carmen. He just did not have enough. Greg Olsen got hurt, and Chris Boswell missing that field goal in overtime did not help either. So, congrats to the Cousins on improving on 1-0, and the champ goes down. We'll move on to this next matchup here, and I told myself I wasn't going to say it because I'm probably going to be the first person, but something that didn't get talked about last year was Casey went 0-13. Or was it 0-12? However many games we play in the regular season, we play 13. He went 0-13, which is pretty remarkable. And I'm playing Casey this week because I brought it up. I'm probably going to jinx myself, and he's probably going to win this week. And this past week, though, he lost by a score of 119.1 to 101.3 to Mike. I like Mike's team name, Thelonious, Blank 182. Yeah, 2004 forever. So looking at actually that's before 2004. Yikes, that's like late 90s. Anyways, enough pop culture talk. Um, Mike got a nice performance from Philip Rivers. So that's a pretty interesting choice of quarterbacks to go with. But he was one of the top QBs this week. His kicker went off with 16 points. But other than that, no one really did anything that crazy for Mike. Whereas looking at Casey's, Mike Evans had a nice performance with Ryan Fitzpatrick just throwing just dimes to him throwing dimes really to anyone there. He left Corral on the bench, which I'm sure he wishes he can have back. Maybe not because his running backs weren't terrible. I mean, you're always going to start David Johnson, and Jordan Howard wasn't bad either. So, congrats to Mike. He improves the 1-0, and Casey's now on a 14-game losing streak. Excuse me. He's probably going to snap it because I brought it up, and I'm playing him this week. Move on to the next matchup here. And it is Nick Akalani's friend Mike Palacey versus Ben Matta. And shitty Nick's friend Mike won by a score of 131.8 to 99.5. And I'm going to address the shitty Nick thing now. So, as a lot of you guys know from the bachelor party, shitty Nick came. And obviously, I'm not friends with shitty Nick. Placey, being the nice guy he is, said, yeah, man, you can come. Placey was not around when this happened, but shitty Nick, being the wannabe baller that he is, ordered 3 rounds of shots and left my best man, Kyle, with a $700 tab that he never paid. He's paid him so far $82.80 out of the $700. And is not contacting anyone. He's blocked my phone number. He was going to be my guest. I wanted to make him hate his life. He's been very suicidal. Just ran into Mike Madden a little bit ago here. Got my watch I left in Vegas that he had. Pretty much told Mike, hey, if he's going to be suicidal, just pay Kyle first and then kill yourself because I want the absolute worst for the guy. A little aggressive, but pretty much what's going to happen is if he does not pay Kyle here in a reasonable time, I am going to put him on blast on Facebook and encourage people to give 1-star reviews to his business. So get ready to give Aquilas a 1-star review if you are a good award-winning listener, which I'm sure all you guys are. All right, enough shitty Nick talk. Let's look at the matchup that Placey had. Placey got the dub and he beat Matter by a score of 131.8 to 99.5. Look at Ben's matchup here. Other than Golden Tate, no one really did much of anything. It was just a bunch of just average to below average performances. His running backs sucked. I mean, Leonard Fournette and Kareem Hunt combined for about 13 points total, which can't happen. Whereas Placey here, Saquon had that nice run, got him 20.8, and Tyreek Hill, 42.3. Holy fuck, I didn't want to say 3 touchdowns. Okay, nice performance there. That was literally the difference. Because other than that, I mean, he got some. When Mariota gets you 1.6 points and you still get the dub, that's pretty impressive. So, congrats to Palacey, improves to 1-0, where Matter drops the 0-1. We'll save Jimbo's matchup here for the end. We'll look at the last one, second to last one here, which is Derwonko versus Bonesaw. And Bonesaw beat Derwonko by a score of 135.1 to 123.9. So, pretty okay performances for the most part from all of them. Literally, the difference was Roethlisberger for Derwonko got him 9 points, which killed him. Pretty even across the board here. I mean, he got a nice performance from Emmanuel Sanders, where Bonesaw had James Conner, which was the FanDuel value play of the week, getting 34.2. And the kickers kind of canceled out. So, yeah, pretty much the difference was QB. So, congrats to Bonesaw out in Minnesota, taking down Derwonko. And we've won the last matchup here. And some of you guys gave me some good questions here. I am going to do what we did in the past with the anonymous questions with Jimbo here. I am also going to contact him on my work phone so I can read these questions here. And I'm going to get him on FaceTime. So... Jimbo may not be. Oh, we got him. And we now would like to welcome on to the award-winning podcast here, Mr. James Stanish. Jimbo, how are you doing, bud?
Good, man.
How is life treating you here? You are 1 week into the league here. You've had a pretty good track record with your other leagues here with Vensko and Stevo. How's week 1 been treating you?
Well, I lost in both my leagues, so it was pretty terrible start for me this year. But
yeah, it's pretty fucking humiliating.
Yeah, it's pretty humiliating, honestly. But I probably start out slow. Last year I started out, I think, 0-3. And ended up winning a championship, so it worked out.
Wow, that's just proof that if you get off to a slow start, anything can happen here. And looking at your matchup here, Jimbo, pulling it up here, I'm sure you would like a little bit of a better performance from Deshaun Watson, as well as a couple of your running backs here with Freeman and McCaffrey didn't really do much of anything either.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more out of Watson, but hey, against New England, they're tough at home. Tough.
Hey, man,
yeah, I took a chance on Freeman, but yeah, he didn't work out very well, and so I picked up that Lindsey guy. So we'll see what happens with those two.
And give credit where credit's due here. Jordan had a pretty good week. He had Antonio Brown and Michael Thomas. His wide receivers combined for 62 points. So hell, that's tough. That's tough to overcome. And you got to. So, all right, enough fancy football talk here. This is the fun part, where we do anonymous questions.
Okay.
And you got to answer these questions from a couple guys in the league. I'm not going to say, obviously, who asked these questions, but you might be able to figure out some of these here.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Ready to do this?
Let's go.
All right, would you rather attend a Pirates game or play two adult league games with 4 lines?
I would definitely rather play 2 adult league games with 4 lines. That's a great question.
As we, just a little preface here, Jimbo is very frustrated with the Pirates organization, like a bunch of us here, and is very passionate about his playing time in adult league. So that was a very good question.
Yeah, that was awesome. Good question. That was a good one. I bet you that was Trevor.
It's anonymous questions, and I'll give you one hint. It was not.
Okay. I don't know.
Next question is, how much was your leather jacket?
That baby was, I think it was $200.
Big baller?
Big baller. Yeah.
Let's go.
The Topman brand. Yeah, I think it was 200. It might have been 300. It might have been 300.
What's 200 versus 300 anymore? It's nothing. It's just pocket change.
It doesn't matter. It's pocket change.
Do you want to bet Mike that Tiger will win another major again?
Well, I really want him to win one. So, I don't know where Mike's at on that. I think he's at no. So, a major? I think I'd be willing to go in on a bet there. Yeah.
Okay. Slapshot Regatta versus Marc-Andre Fleury. 10 shots, how many are you scoring?
For who?
If you're doing Slapshot Regatta against Marc-Andre Fleury, 10 shots, how many are you scoring?
Maybe 2.
2's pretty good.
I think I can get 2 past him. On the first one.
I guess who knows? This is a pretty funny question. What's the most disappointed you've ever been in your Monkey Bar teammates?
I'm just going to be brutally honest. It was last year at the Slapshot Cup. I was pretty pissed for about a good month, I'll be honest. It was about a month I was at.
And for those of you guys who don't know that story, we were about to make the championship game, and guys on our team started purposely sucking and through the game, and it was actually no one wanted to play. No one wanted to stay in Johnstown until 5 o'clock because they were either hungover or just sick of Johnstown. And we probably weren't going to get shit pumped in the championship game anyway. So we and then it got to the point where we accidentally made the championship even by tiebreaker, and we said we're not playing and forced the other team to stay. And the team that came in 4th place actually had to play the championship game. There were some people that were pissed off, which I completely understand. And there were some people. And looking back, regardless, it's a very funny story. No matter what angle you look at it. But I think that's a very good answer.
Yeah, that was a great question too. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a adult league, it's whatever's beer league, but still, I'm still competitive as hell, and I think I was pissed off for about a month.
I'm glad you got over it.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Let's see here. Why did you get the Joker on the back of your Monkey Bar shirt that one year? I have no idea what this is, by the way.
Well, he's like kind of like my favorite little whatever superhero action figure villain. We'll go with villain. I like villains, so I've dressed up as the Joker like 15 years in a row for Halloween, so that's probably why.
Jesus Christ, that's quite the streak you got going. And last question here is, why do you only take slap shots during warm-ups and not during the game?
Yeah, I think I take a few in warm-ups. I got to get the feel for it. Where it's ready to absolutely embarrass the goalie at some point during the game. But yeah, I've been getting some wristers going too. So trying to get that game.
Spoiler alert: the person that asked that question is a goalie, so you might be able to figure that one out.
Oh shit! Carmen.
But
yeah, I've drilled Carmen in the head accidentally at least twice.
He's a goalie. Like that's his dumb fault for being a goalie.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think I've drilled him at least twice. I immediately feel terrible and like an idiot for doing it in warm-ups.
Nah, you shouldn't. That's his job. Stop pucks.
That's what he's there for.
Exactly. But all right, Jimbo. That's about all the questions I have for you here. Any final thoughts?
I think I'm ready for your big wedding, man. We're a couple weeks away. How you feeling?
You know what? I'm hasn't quite hit me yet. I think just because I have like a million other things going on in between that. Got my marriage license today, so I think come the week of is whenever I'll be like, shit's getting real, you know?
Yeah. Hey, it'll be the best day of your life, man. She did not veto you yet, so.
Not yet, but that's she's still got 23 more days according to the email I get every day with how many days.
23 days, and who knows? She may not walk down the aisle.
Hey, if it happens, it happens. It's if we get a good party out of it.
We'll go, another bachelor party then.
Oh fuck yeah, those are so much better.
Yeah, I saw you. You were pretty tore up there.
I gave it everything I had, Jimbo.
Man, that's amazing. Mine was a complete shit show too. I got maced and everything. It was amazing.
It's the best weekend of my life, and I'm sure like it's something that a lot of the guys will remember. Some will remember, some won't. So, but I think for the most part, when you have Brian Hickey in Vegas with you, you're gonna make memories.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely happened. I'm sure.
It's a power set as well. Well, Jimbo, thanks for coming on the podcast here. Best of luck in week 2, and I'll see you in 23 days, brother.
All right, thanks, Robbie. Thanks for having me.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right,
Later. And that is Jim Stanish here making his debut on the award-winning podcast. All I have for you guys here, thanks for tuning in, and best of luck in week 2.